Hello, I'm Carlin.
And I'm Nicci.
And you're watching
Better Batter Baking.
Today we will be competing to see who can make the better cookie from the Fanny Farmer cookbook. And this cookbook has been in my family for a while, and we make this recipe every Christmas.
I will be making oatmeal craisin cookies, and it's just from a recipe I found online. Start, we both need to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. And we learned how to do this.
It's 350.
There.
All
Okay,
right.
that's preheating, so let's start
So
mixing.
now we're going to start mixing our ingredients together.
You go first.
Okay, so first I need to mix my oatmeal, which is already measured, and it's 1.5 cups, with my 1.5 cups of light brown sugar. And
Okay.
I need to mix.
Okay, while she's doing that, I need to mix my 1.5 cups of flour with my 1 cup of dark brown sugar and my, how much is this? Oh, and my 1/4 cup of granulated sugar.
All right, now I will be adding 2 tablespoons of flour.
Now I'm going to add, actually no, I'm not going to add my oats yet. I'm going to add my 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1/2 teaspoon of salt.
So now I need to add my 1/2 teaspoon of salt.
There's so many clumps with like brown sugar in this.
I think I already measured this out. Yeah, I did.
Okay, now I'm going to add my 3 cups of oats.
All right,
Just a lot.
so now I am going to melt my butter.
Oh, that's what I was going to do next.
So I am going to need 2/3 cups of butter.
Does someone know how to say mess in another language? That should be like something. How do you say mess in French?
Did someone cut this out because I don't know how to measure butter?
How do you not know how to measure butter?
No, I need.
You know what? If you're taking this long, I'm going to melt my butter first.
You do it.
Racing. So, I only need to soften my butter, so I only need to put it in for about 10 minutes.
Okay. So I need another 1/3 cup.
I need to soften this more.
I'm having measurement issues.
So 10 seconds.
I think we can stop now.
What are you trying to accomplish right now? There we go. Okay, so I have my softened, just a little bit melted butter.
All right, I am now going to put my butter in the microwave.
And I'm going to put my butter into my mixture and hope this does not end badly.
All right, so this is 2/3 cups of butter.
Okay.
We're going to microwave it until it is melted. Are you sure these are microwavable?
Yes, they are microwavable. Did mine explode?
No.
Exactly. You have trust issues. Okay. So, kind of need other things to mix the butter with because my fork is plastic. So I'm going to add my 2 tablespoons of vanilla. sorry, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Watch as I make a mess. 1. Oh, okay then. 2. I love the smell of vanilla. I'm just gonna go ahead and add my
This is like dead
half a
right
teaspoon of cinnamon.
Now. I need a trash can up there. I don't want to carry the trash can.
Okay, I'm moving it to the whisk. I don't even think I need a whisk for this, but
Here we have my melted butter. Where'd that fork go?
told you need the fork.
And I just fell over.
Oh, I hate when this happens with my whisks. Eek. It sounds so weird.
All right.
Okay.
And now I have my melted butter, which is again is 2/3 cup, and I'm going to stir that into my mixture.
Okay, I'm going to put my eggs in and then just finish mixing everything together.
Oh my god, it smells so good.
I did not think of where I would put my eggshells. Oh, I dropped it. Okay, that's enough of that.
And now I need to add my egg.
The egg's not coming off the hand. Dropped your recipe there.
I did the same thing you did. Just gotta put that in there.
My egg just ate my finger. Or at least the eggshell did. Mom, no!
Love that. Okay.
Oh no!
And now I'm mixing in my egg.
Oh no! Oh, my whisk broke. Eek. Well, my whisk is dead now, so.
Okay.
So the oven's preheated already, so whenever you're ready to put something in. Okay, I quit. My hands are already
Did I mix
filthy.
my flour? I don't remember. Okay.
I'm mixing with my hands because I do not have enough stuff.
Now I'm going to add in my vanilla, which is, where'd you put the mixing spoons?
Why is yours so
Which is
watery?
A half teaspoon.
So have you ever made these cookies before?
Yes, I have made these cookies before. I have made them a lot. But usually I have the rest of my family in the kitchen when I make them.
So, are you worried you're gonna let them down?
No.
Why is yours so liquid-like?
Because that's how it always is.
Oh,
These cookies usually turn out extremely thin, which makes them really yummy and crispy.
okay. So I'm still trying to get the oats that are in the bottom of the thing in, and it's sticking to my hands. But
I'm not sure.
It's coming out.
So I personally think right now I'm stressing a little bit because I feel like it is a little bit too thick and thin. So I'm going to add a tiny bit more flour. All right, now the batter is at a consistency that I like.
Really?
And yes, that's how this cookies.
I can't mix anything.
And now I am going to put them on a cookie sheet. So
This bowl is too tiny.
I am going to grease this butter sheet with tin foil with my butter
What's the
This
point of tin
butter
foil if you put butter there?
because this makes it a lot easier. These cookies cook very fast. And one of the key things to making these cookies is to have multiple sheets of the cookies ready on tin foil without cookie sheet so that when one of them comes out, you can just take the tin foil off and then put a new sheet of tin foil on with the cookies already there.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go ahead and add my extra ingredients. So I have 1/4 cup of craisins. Just going to mix them in. So when you have cookies, like chocolate chips and other ingredients, do you like more of those extra ingredients or less?
I personally love extra chocolate in my cookies.
So I actually like a little bit less chocolate. I like normal cookies and then every once in a while a small bite of whatever is in it. I have a fourth a cup of coconut to add in.
Do you like coconut a lot?
Yeah, I don't like a lot of it, if that's what you're asking, but a small amount.
I personally do not like coconut very much. It's just a thing that I have.
If it's really strong, I'm not a fan of it, but. And then my fourth a cup of assorted chocolate.
The batter is still a tiny bit thick, so I'm going to add a little bit more flour.
You have a weird recipe.
All right, this is getting a little bit better. So now I'm going to put the cookies on the sheet and
Okay,
So-
okay, you keep
Can I
talking.
use this?
Huh?
Can I use this?
Use what? Yeah, go ahead. So my batter is done, so I'm gonna go wash my hands to get my cookie sheet ready.
Okay.
What are you trying to do?
All right. So now I'm going to add my cookies. And these cookies also spread a lot when they cook. So
Where's my plate?
it is important to give them a whole lot of space.
So is this a recipe you make often or just when you have family here?
Well, it is a recipe that I do a lot during Christmas, but I do not make this recipe very often during the regular part of the year.
Okay, so I buttered my first cookie sheet. Can I have the, tablespoon?
You want to take it off?
Yeah. So Carlin's using the teaspoon measurement, so I'm using a tablespoon, and I don't actually want a full tablespoon, so I'm doing, just a small amount of it.
You're getting splashed by my spoon. Help me.
Good job.
Washing spoons is like my biggest nightmare. I don't want to get all the paper towels wet.
So these do, probably more than that, these do spread out a little bit, so you want to space them pretty evenly, but me personally, I don't really care if they touch each other because I can just cut them. I'm not even using the tablespoon. Enjoy.
So I am going to make these a little bit bigger because they do look a tiny bit small.
They look really thin.
They are going to spread out a lot, and they are very thin cookies, as you are saying, Nikki. Okay. The cookies is in the oven. I need to get a move on, and I'm going to set a timer on my cell phone so that for these cookies do not cook for very long at all. So they only cook for 5 minutes. So I'm just going to put that timer right there, and I'm going to get my next sheet of cookies ready.
Doo-doo.
That just cut my finger.
Why? Do you need to be a deed? No. Okay. So when I lay my cookies out, I lay them in a 3-2-3-2 pattern, so that when they spread out, it's they're less likely to touch each other. Oh.
What do you? Take the paper off the butter. It's really.
Okay. All right. So my first tray is covered in cookies, so I'm just gonna put these in. So my cookies bake for 9 to 11 minutes, which is oddly specific, so I'm just gonna put a timer at 10 minutes.
So the batter has actually thickened up quite a bit, which I think looks a little bit better than it did before. But still, these cookies need a whole ton of space because they spread a lot during the baking process.
Oh, they're already spread out a lot.
I know. Because all the ingredients inside them melt pretty easily. Well, especially the butter, which is already mostly melted, and the brown sugar especially. I'm gonna get the next tray going because it's never bad to be ahead and prepared for anything that happens. Now I'm going to take, I don't need the oven mitts right now. I'm going to take these new cookies and put them on the cookie sheet.
And then put them in the oven.
Yes.
I'm a psychic. I can see into the future. I see into your futures.
It's a pretty obvious future.
So as Carlin pointed out earlier, my cookies are not really baking that well, and that's because this isn't really a convection oven, so I'm just going to turn it, and hopefully those will cook a little bit faster.
Well, you still have 5 minutes left. Most of the cooking.
Yeah, but still.
She still has 5 minutes left on the timer, and most of the cooking that is done through baking usually happens at the end of the cooking time.
Well, yes, that's true, but the last thing we want is
Uncooked
uncooked cookies.
Get that fork. And I don't want to hear it, okay?
Who told you you'd use the fork? I did.
I know, I just said I didn't want to hear it. Finishing up putting these last cookies on the tray, it looks like I have about 1 cookie's left of batter.
One cookie's left of batter.
My 1 cookie's worth of batter left in my. I'm just going to add a little bit to each one because, I mean, who wants to waste another cookie?
You could have just put like another tray in or move it over. You put
1 cookie.
No, you put 7 cookies on that one. Why can't you put 7 cookies on that one?
Because I didn't space it out the same.
Okay, so my second tray of cookies is ready to go in.
But you can't put them in because.
You can go side by side, I hope.
Oh, your cookies are baking nicely. You can see the color difference. Wait,
Yeah.
Let them show the camera.
So I don't know if you can.
So
These are the cookies that I put in about 5 or 6 minutes ago, and these are the cookies that I just put in, and they're starting to bake a little bit more. Carlin's, you can see, is sizzling or boiling on the bottom. I don't know if that's normal, but
that is normal for these cookies. So everything is going as planned.
Okay, so I have 2 minutes before I can take my first tray of cookies out and do anything. So I'm probably just gonna pre-roll these.
You can edit that cough out. That was nice. All right, so my recipe is just about done because, I mean, this is my last batch of cookies that has to go in. I have 3 batches that made it in. It did not make the full 60, so I have my first batch that came out. My second batch is currently in the oven, and my third batch is waiting to go in after my second batch comes out. Current cookies. You just threw the cookie over there.
Where?
Over there.
It's in my tray. Oh, it's not. I put those yeah, I'll just eye it. That's
Seeing
what
that this is a competition, I probably shouldn't have told you that you forgot to add a timer.
Okay, I'll say I was at like 5 minutes maybe. I have 41 seconds until I have to take those cookies out.
As I said, this is our timers being
We
done at the
were
exact same
so in
time.
sync. Okay, so
How am I supposed to take my cookies out with 1 oven mitt? Ooh, your cookies are round. Don't put them there, you'll melt the tablecloth.
where are we gonna put them?
Put them up here. Can I please have that other oven mitt now? Thank you very much. Can you stop your timer?
It's your timer. My timer doesn't make that noise.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, so I'm gonna give this. As Carlin pointed out, I forgot to put a timer for those other cookies, so I'm gonna give it like a 4-minute timer, and then hope this doesn't end terribly for me. Worst case scenario, I'll just let the judges test these cookies.
Can I please use this?
No, that's mine. Stop it. Go ahead.
Where am I supposed to put my cookies?
I don't know. You should have thought about that.
Well, I guess
So I'm supposed to let these cool.
this is not hot anymore.
I'm supposed to let these cool in the tray for like 2 minutes, so I'm just gonna continue pre-rolling these.
those cookies, the tinfoil is no longer hot, so I can put them on the table, and I'm going to move these next cookies onto the rack and move these cookies onto the baking sheet and into the oven. So the only thing that is a bit difficult about these cookies is that usually they are a bit hard to get off. I didn't set a timer for my new cookies, so I'm just going to set it at about 2.5 minutes.
I have 24 seconds until I have to take that second batch out, but that's probably wrong. So I'm going to leave, can take them out, flatten them a little bit.
So we have both forgot to set a timer. I will probably be serving my cookies that I set a timer for. And these cookies are very easy to burn, so I'm hoping that they work out.
The edges of yours look really like burnt in these areas. Oh,
It's
that's
supposed to
mine.
be like that.
You sure?
Just an FYI.
So I'm going to see where my cookies are at right now. Which one? These. So these are definitely not done. I can tell that just by looking at them because of the color. So I'm just going to flatten them so that they're going to cook a little faster.
So, as you can see for my cookies, they are not coming off the tinfoil very easily. And I hope that by letting them cool a little bit, they will separate from the tinfoil a little bit more.
Okay, I'm going to give these another 5 minutes.
I'm just gonna peek at my cookies because again, I did not set a timer and I need to look at them to see if they are working. These look about good.
I know, Carlin has the oven mitts. I can't do anything. Where am I going to put my cookies?
Right there. Finders keepers. All right. So,
In conclusion, a couple things went well, a couple things went bad. Carlin's batter came out well, but her cookies are,
well, they usually do this, but the problem is they didn't cook properly, probably because I cooked them on the bottom rack and Nicci was cooking them on the top rack, which I think had something that affected it.
It's not a convection oven, so it cooks better in one place than another. My cookies, you?
They kind of taste like bacon.
Overall, I think my cookies went pretty well. I had a little bit trouble mixing them, and maybe a little bit of trouble timing them, but they came out pretty well. I'd say I did a bit better than Carlin.
I mean, we both had our ups and downs. I feel like Nicci had her downs towards the beginning.
Yeah, and then I got better towards the end, and Carlin had a good beginning.
And a
rough ending.
unfortunate ending.
So let's have some people taste these.
They don't have any tinfoil on them?
Complimentary.
I think they're both great.
I think mine are really salty. I haven't tried Nicci's. I'll try one.
I'm kind of scared to try Carlin's, so I'll just say that they're not good. We hope you enjoyed our first show of Better Batter Baking.
Come back some other time.
We had a lot of fun doing this.
We hope you had fun watching it.
See you next time. Adios.
Hi, I'm Carlin,
And I'm Nicci.
and you're watching
Better Batter Baking. What now? Can I eat this one?
Sure. You didn't even wait for a response. You just put it in your mouth. It's already gone.
It's really salty.
The ice cubes are salty.
Yes, very.
The ice cubes are salty.
Very.
We have a case of the salty ice cube. Yeah. 2 tablespoons of flour. Oh my god. This is incredibly awkward.
3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so
I have to
I'm
preheat the oven. I don't know how to use it.
how do you use the oven?
You got stuff inside the oven.
Oh.
What does the oven need to be at for your recipe?
350. Same as
for
yours.
mine.
How do you turn the oven on? Oh wait, I know how to do it.
I think it's supposed to be bloopers. So actually, say what you're doing. Say you're preheating the oven.
We're preheating the oven to 350. Do you mind?
How does this work?
Do you mind? Okay, wait. We're gonna try that again. We're preheating the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit.
How does that work?
You can figure out. This is oven temp.
Oh, what if you do like?
No, look.
No, that's for the. Oh wait, no, that isn't.
It says oven.
So 350, and then
No, is that broil?
we
No,
need
we
it.
don't want.
We need to preheat it. Is the oven even on? The oven's on, I think.
Can we have some assistance?
Wait, it's on. See? No,
No,
it's on. See, the light's on.
It's on broil though. Oh no,
No, it's not.
Okay,
Okay.
we've done
Nothing
it.
in the oven, right?
Nothing in the oven.
Wait,
We
it
don't want
but
anything burning
oh, so
up.
the light for the preheated thing goes on when it's ready to.
When it's actually
When it's up to
preheated.
temperature.
All right.
Okay.
Bloopers. Bloopers.
Give it to me.
Stop! You have to take it off the other side. Wait, no, you can't take. What? Okay, it is. Not...
What was that?
Bloopers. So I just dropped that one on the ground. All right. So this is the part that I am extremely bad at, which is ripping tinfoil. It's like the only thing in life. Well, that's not true. One of the things that I actually did. Okay.
Yay!
That is a pretty big life accomplishment. I'm gonna have to show this.
Can we have some
television show to my
applause here?
parents.
Can someone clap? Thank you. Take a bow. Take a bow. Blooper reel. Stupid oven.
I don't know how to respond to that.
How do you? Oh, okay.
That was the best thing I've done all day. I'm sorry.
It could make more sense to do it together though.
What do you mean?
Like cook it, like mix them together.
You mean like I put my oats in with your oats, or you like
Well, you could
we
say-
put them in? We're mixing individually, but at the same time. All right, ready? Timer starts now. Is there a cutting board?
Why do you need a cutting board for butter?
Just put it on the counter.
Okay, then that. Carlin, I forgot how to use this. So, Pat.
You do your seconds. No. How long do you need to milk
Clear?
for? Just do 30 seconds to start with.
No, you did
And
10.
then do the power level, and then hit power level 5.
What?
So
Do you, yep, yeah.